everybody, I am coming to you from Scotland currently, and I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review on Carve by Veronica Roth. This review is sponsored by HarperCollins, but all my opinions and thoughts are my own. So I've been waiting for a new Veronica Roth book for about 3 years, because I remember first reading the Divergent series after finishing the Hunger Games saga, and that really put me in a dystopian mood. And one of my teachers recommended me to read this book series that's called Divergent by Veronica Roth. And then I read it and I followed it along throughout the years that it came out, and then I finished it and I cried with the rest of the fandom, but loved the series nonetheless. And then it was a time of waiting until a new novel was published by Veronica Roth, and here we are today with my review of this newest book in her writing series. That meaning all the books that she's written, ever. This is so exciting. So here I have for you guys the Carve review, which is going to be spoiler-free, so do not worry if you have not read it yet, which is probably a lot of you, since this book does not come out until the 17th of January, 2017. But yes, you will not be spoiled, so feel free to stay for the duration of this video. So let's get into it. Let me first start by describing what this book is all about. So to give you this book in a nutshell, I'm just going to be doing a very quick summary of what this book is about before jumping into my thoughts and opinions on it. This book is a science fiction fantasy series by Veronica Roth. This book is about two main characters, Akos and Kyra. I'm probably pronouncing the girl's name wrong. Kyra or Kira. One of those two. And they live on a planet where vengeance and violence rules, and your fate is determined by your current gift. But Akos and Kyra do not have a current gift that actually makes them stronger or more useful. Theirs actually makes them more vulnerable to everybody else's powers. So it's really about these characters trying to stay afloat in a world where, you know, everything is going against them. So this book is written in multiple characters' points of views, which I really enjoy, because I really enjoy reading about that, like different characters' points of views through Veronica's writing in the Allegiant book. And so I'm really happy that she got to expand her writing in that sense with different character points of views in this series, because I found it really amazing, and the world building was definitely in need of that, because I think that without all the characters' points of views, it could have been very confusing, but with them, it created this amazing, fantastical world that was very easy to understand and immerse yourself in. And although I love the world that this took place in, I also love the two main characters so much. The characters were definitely full of life in the sense of that they're very colorful and they're very strong-willed and powerful in their own way, because not all the power that comes from them is physical, it's also mental, and it's also about their thoughtful process throughout this book that helped them get to where they are at the end, even though lots of crazy stuff happens on the way. I thought that the whole entire beginning of this novel was very gripping. It brings you in and immerses you in this world right away, and then brings you into a different scene that makes you just shocked and just frozen. I really enjoyed how Veronica Roth did that, just because it was totally unexpected in the best way possible, and it really just had you in a wowed state. I also like how the two main characters, how they both had their own personal battles to face, along with the battle of, you know, the rest of the story with the plot. And I really enjoyed how they weren't really jumbled, and that was my favorite part of this novel, how everything was very organic and fluid and nothing felt forced or there's no information dumps. And me as a science fiction writer, I really just love the world that she builds, because building science fiction worlds, they have to be fantastical as much as they are scientifically based. So having this galaxy with the different cultures and worlds and people really was really cool to see and play out throughout the novel. And trust me, if there's space travel in a book, I'm definitely there. Everything in the story built up to the end, and I really enjoyed that, because yes, there were still actiony scenes in the middle and beginning and whatnot, but the end was truly what the whole entire book was aiming for, and I'm so happy that it was such like a booming scene. You know, as much as I love the Divergent series, like this definitely just shows the growth of Veronica as a writer, because Divergent, it was such a great book series, and then this just shows how much an author can improve and it be like crazy, because you thought that they were already amazing author beforehand, and just seeing them create a different world just shows how dynamic they can be in their own writing. I really enjoyed this book. I thought the characters were fantastic, the side characters were phenomenal, and the worlds that were just created were just out of the world, literally. I think that if you aren't the biggest science fiction fan, this book is still for you, because it is very fantastical as well, and I think that it is a fantasy as much as it is a science fiction novel. I felt that the beginning was very fantastical, and I really enjoyed that, because I'm like, am I reading a fantasy novel or a science fiction novel? And it was both, and I thought that was a really cool aspect of this whole entire book. So if you want to go check out this book, I'll be linking the link down below for you to check it out. I give Carve a 4 out of 5 stars. Don't forget, it comes out on the 17th of January, so definitely go pre-order it now to pick it up in bookstores later on, or get it delivered to your house, whatever you would like. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My username is @SashaAlsberg. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!